Oh boy, Dana White's going live with fight announcements. I wonder what fights are going to be announced. We could have the fights that are going to go on the White House card. We have a bunch of title fights going on that. Maybe he's announcing one of them. Ooh, or is it UFC 326? Maybe he's announcing one of those fights, and we're going to find out who's going to be the co-main for Max Holloway and Charles Oliveira. What do you mean it's Israel Adesanya versus Joe Pyfer? I don't want to see that. I don't care about Alexa Grasso. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. As we saw in the intro clip, Dana White has dropped a new IG Reel or IG Live fight announcement for us. Remember when we used to get live fight announcements, when we used to get these video pressers, when McGregor had a world tour that he was going to stomp out Aldo? Now we get Dana White talking into his mic, reading off a note card about the fights, and it's two fights, and he could not care less, and it's honestly the saddest thing I've ever seen. And before we get into the rest of what I want to talk about today, just remember to subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment. It just really helps it out and helps it reach more people, so that more people can see the absolute bullshit that Dana White is pulling with us in 2026. This was supposed to be a 2025 thing. We got the Paramount deal, and he still doesn't care. I mean, just look at this video. Look at the video of the fight announcements.
Champion Israel Adesanya versus Joe Pyfer. Adesanya, former two-time middleweight champ, 16 of his 24 wins by knockout, and Joe Pyfer is on a 3-fight win streak. Also on the card, we have former champ Alexa Grasso facing Maycee Barber. Grasso is currently ranked number 3 in the flyweight division and is the first female ever Mexican UFC champion. Number 5 ranked Maycee Barber is on a 7-fight win streak.
Like, it's absolutely crazy how little he seems to care about his job currently. Like, here's the thing. I said in the intro clip that I don't care about these fights. These are good fights, okay? Adesanya versus Pyfer, it's a great fight to either show us that Izzy still has it, or that Joe Pyfer is going to be one of the next middleweight contenders, you know? I think it's a little bit rushed. I don't know how usual it is to see a guy get jumped up 9 spots in the rankings, but you know. And Alexa Grasso versus Maycee Barber, it's not a bad fight. We need a well-built women's flyweight contender currently to compete with Shevchenko, which we're not getting. So this is good. These are good things. But this card is March 28th. We have a lot of things coming up before March 28th that need to be dealt with. Like UFC 326, okay? Max Holloway, Charles Oliveira. Fantastic main event. Are you telling me you want Brian Ortega versus Renato Moicano to be the co-main? That's what we're doing. We're making this the co-main. We're deciding on this. Like, yeah, there's another in the top 10 matchup between Kyle Bahalio and Rainer de Ritter, but Cody Garbrandt's on this main card. That's unacceptable. We cannot have Cody Garbrandt on a main card in 2026. It's 10 years since the Dominic Cruz win officially, guys. It's time to give up. He's 3-7 in his last 10. This is not a main card fighter. We have Paramount money now. We can pay these guys a lot more. We can pay these guys to show up when we want them to, okay? Put someone else here. And also, there's only 2 more fights. There's only 2 more fights from what we know. So, as far as we know, on March 7th, there's going to be 7 fights. There's going to be a main card and 2 prelims. Obviously, they're going to add to this, but if they had big fights to add to this, they would have done it already. So this card isn't getting much better. And this comes back to just the problem I have with stacking the beginning of the year this much, is that we're going to have awesome cards at the beginning of the year, and we're going to have an awesome White House main event with all the champions. What are we going to have in between? Like, this is a good main event, okay? But how many of these are we going to get? And how many more stretches are we really going to have? Like, Izzy versus Joe Pyfer is a stretch. Izzy is in the conversation for middleweight GOAT. So obviously any card he's on is automatically elevated, and Joe Pyfer is an exciting guy. This card still needs so much more. If they filled it out with what they've been filling these fight night cards out with, it's not acceptable. It's not at the level yet. And honestly, that's the problem. And Dana White is not dropping news. And when he does, it's terrible. He doesn't care. He's reading off a note card, and he just seems disinterested in doing his job. And it's actually very upsetting because I know that maybe not me, but I know there are people that could do his job way better than he's doing it. And it's upsetting to see that he's not doing his job with as much care as he used to have, because we used to have an angry Dana who'd get up there and he'd be cheesing, smiling, ear to ear to announce that Conor McGregor was fighting. The needle is being moved, that the hype is coming in. Or even when this guy was talking about John Jones, talking about how he's amazing, the guy was smiling. The guy was hyped to be doing what he's doing. And now we just have nothing. Yeah, Israel Adesanya, former middleweight champion, blank, blank, blank amount of wins by knockout, Joe Pyfer, all except one finish streak ever since he got off Contender Series. It's like, yeah, it's cool, but you don't care. And we can tell you don't care, because we can tell that Dana White is not bringing up Joe Pyfer's fucking finishing rate in this fight announcement. You're being told to do this because they think that's what sells the fight. That's not what sells the fight. Okay? What sells fights is drama, like what we have from Dan Hooker and Paddy Pimblett, or just trash talking like we have from Joaquin Buckley, who's trying to angle his way into fights with Ian Gary and Shavkat. This is not how we do this. This is not how we should be running this company. And I just think there needs to be some fresh perspectives in this, some fresh faces that aren't Dana White and Hunter Campbell, who keep doing the exact same things over and over again, because I think we could do something really great this year with this new deal, with events like the White House card, UFC going to Japan, like everything we have. The Miami card could be awesome, because I'm pretty sure that's happening if we just do it right. And we're not doing it right. And it's unfortunate to see, because I really love this sport. But it's just really unfortunate to see how we're conducting ourselves and how we're not getting things done. And just to see the guy who controls everything not being excited. How am I supposed to get excited when the guy who used to be livid and excited and mad and happy about everything doesn't feel any of that anymore? Okay? But God forbid this guy's to talk about power slap. Oh my God, he's smiling ear to ear. It's like he's watching one of his kids being born again. Jesus. Yeah, that's all I've got for today. Just, Dana White tricked us, made me think we were getting some good fight announcements, and we did not get that, and I'm pretty upset. So, yeah, it's quite sad that, this is all we got. We got two fight announcements, and, they're good fights, but they weren't really built all that much, and, they weren't announced all that coolly. So, yeah, it's very sad to see, but, yeah, I love y'all. Just a quick one for you tonight. Quick little video before we get into the UFC 324 fight week stuff, because that stuff should be coming on soon. So I'm excited to see y'all then, because I will be going perfect on predictions. Trust me. All right. I'll see y'all next time. Make sure to like and subscribe, comment. It really helps me out. And I'd love to keep doing this, and I'd love to see the feedback from y'all. So peace out.